Hey everybody, we're live. This is session 3. It only took a couple months to get to playing again, so hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for your patience, and we're back to it. So we're missing Zero today. He had several call outs at work, so he's had to stay late and work the night shift and the morning shift, so I know he's going to be tired, so but anyways, we're going to pick up where we left off several months back, which is at the end of chapter 1 in part 1 of the Extinction Curse adventure path. And a quick recap of what happened in the first couple of sessions was you guys are part of a circus. Anybody remember the name of the circus? Hmm? What is the name of your circus?
The menagerie something.
The
Mm,
Celestial Menagerie
That's
there
it.
you go.
was the old circus, yeah.
Doug for remembering that or Googling it or whatever you did.
I wrote notes.
Did you really?
I
I
wrote
am.
notes.
That's good. Well, I am going to give you a sort of like the Pathfinder equivalent to inspiration. So we'll give you a hero point for remembering that, and I'll give a little bit more information on what has already happened. So you guys are part of the menagerie, right? And you guys broke away from another circus called the Circus of Wayward Wonders, which was led by Ringmaster Mistress Dusklight. There was a lot of bad things going on, a lot of exploitation, with the performers, a lot of, I guess you could say, bad things going on with the animals, a lot of mistreatment of the animals. So you guys decided to, you know, join Myron Stendhal and join his new celestial menagerie. And you guys worked on it for about a year. You got to, did several test performances, and you guys had your first performance where we're at now, and it was very successful. You made the crowd very happy, did lots of advertising. Everyone had successful performances, and even Kang, you had to send in the clowns one time because I believe was it Emu you had a bad performance, or was it Omi had a bad performance?
I thought
No,
it was one of our
it was
higher.
one of the
Yeah,
NPCs. That
it was
is
an
correct.
NPC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
NPC, and he just froze up out there,
yeah.
deer in the headlights. And then Kang's like, "Oh, to hell with this. We're sending in the clowns." So you guys still had a successful performance. Uh, the crowd went wild. So afterwards and beforehand, obviously, the big spot here is Myron Stendhal. Your ringleader, your mentor, your friend was murdered right before the show, and somehow he was poisoned. It looked like he had, remember, he had some puncture
Snake bites
wounds.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snake bites and stuff. So you guys did some investigating after the show. You really weren't able to find out anything except for that they were by the Vipers. There's another snake charmer that you have in your circus. You confronted her, but you were able to determine that she really probably had nothing to do with it. And then at the end, where we left off last time, was this female druid came out of the woodwork as everyone was kind of gathering around the main fire pit there, and kind of talking good times about Myron and telling stories and singing some songs and stuff. And all of a sudden, this female druid, she introduces herself as Nemia Bramblecloak, and there's hundreds of rats that are just barreling towards you. And she was talking about how the town of Aberton, which you guys was where you're at, Aberton was basically destroying the forest around Aberton, and hogging all of the resources, tainting all of the resources, tainting the lands with just all kinds of uncontrollable farming, and she wants to kill the town basically. So that is where we left off, and I believe we rolled initiative already. And Kang, you are up first, and I'll share the map. Actually, I think everybody has the map up, and as you can see, you guys are all around the all around the campfire. All of the other performers, all of the other hired hands of the circus, everybody is just scattering. So as everyone is scattering, you see this wall of hundreds and hundreds of, if not thousands of rats barreling towards you. A huge rat that is probably about 6 foot long and about 3 or 4 foot tall, bigger than a hound. And then you have this Nemia Bramblecloak starting to wave her staff as looks like she's fixing to cast magic. So Kang, you are up. And actually Zero, he scatters too with the rest of the crowd because Zero's not here tonight. So it's going to be even that much more of a challenge. So I'm going to take Zero out of the combat tracker.
You forgot something in the tent.
I'm getting word on chat too that you have a little bit of low volume right now, Dave.
Weird.
We can hear you good here, but
Yeah,
chat.
everything looks good on my voice meter and everything. So I don't know. Turn your volume up. That's all I can say. Turn it up. All right, Kang. Let's get this party started.
So King will step this direction, and he will. What is Splug using? A broadsword, a longsword, bastard sword?
Splug? Yeah, he's using his handy dandy longsword.
So it's a D8 or a D10.
It is a D8. His
Okay,
longsword. Yes.
So I'll reach out and I'll touch Splug's longsword and
thank you.
whisper a prayer and cast magic weapon.
Ooh, nice. As Splug turns and starts to run with the crowd. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Splug, don't throw your sword this time. It's all powered up.
Oh, that was horrible, wasn't it?
We're going to do our best to try and keep it in his hand. And that's 3 actions for me.
All right. Splug is up now. Splug is going to charge right in. That's how he is. That's how you've always known him to be. And he's going to skirt right around this fire. So let's get it going. I'm looking forward to this. All right, so let's see. He's going to skirt around the edge, so, I mean, there's really no need to make him do any kind of checks or anything like that. So, all right, Splug is going 5, 15, because remember in Pathfinder there's the extra 5 foot. So that's 15, 20, and 25. My movement is... What is my movement? I believe it's 30 or 25. So that's 25. I'm going to take a second action and move again. And I'm going to stand between the swarm and the giant rat. And with my third action, I will take my longsword and attack. And what does the magic weapon's already on there? Ooh, that's so good. If I can just hit with this. Here we go. Longsword attack. Ooh, a 19's a hit. I like this. This damage is going to be sweet. Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
Yeah, as Splug charges in, his longsword a-glowing from the buff of Kang the Battle Priest, he just reaches back, screams, "Aah!" Even though he really can't make a noise. He's kind of grunting, you know what I mean? He's making like, "Aah!" And he slashes. And as the rat jumps at him, he just slices the rat in half. And it just falls in 2 pieces to the ground. And the rat kind of convulses a little bit. Wow, that's awesome. Holy cow. We're off to a good start. Even though I won't say we won't be taking, I hope we don't take any 2 more month breaks. Oof, that was tormenting. You have no clue. All right, so here we go. Splug is done. His 3 actions are up. We are to Nemia Bramblecloak. And she is still screaming, "This whole town of Aberton must die!" And she is casting a spell. And let's see, there's 4 of us. So I think what I'm going to do is, let's see.
Can't believe she targeted 0. That's rude. He's running away.
Why don't you give? Speaking of which, why don't you Emu give me a D4?
Oh, you're gonna make me pick. Oh, okay.
Yep,
I see how it is. Yeah.
1 will be Splug, 2 will be Omi, 3 will be Kang, 4 will be Emu. And look at that.
There we go.
Emu.
Congratulations. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Oh, I love it. All right, so old Nemia, Bramblecloak, cast a spell. What spell is she gonna cast? Meteor Swarm. No, I'm just kidding. that would be a little harsh for a first level spell. And remember, here's the image of old Nemia as well. So I'm gonna share the image with all of you. That is what she looks like. Look at those hairy feet. She could be considered a halfling. Mr. Frodo. All right, so she is casting. Let's see. This is. All right. That's the one that was touch. All right. So as she cast, it seems like a huge stream of vines and plants come from her staff, and all of a sudden, all of you, which are in a 20-foot radius, all of a sudden these vines are now entwining themselves into the ground. They're coming up, roots are coming up, and everyone is entangled. So why don't everyone? Okay, so you got so you guys are fine. There's nothing you need to do right now. So that's gonna be
when we go to move, we have to do something probably, right? Acrobatics or
correct.
something.
Yeah, you'll have to make a reflex save. So now she is going to take an action and move back some, and she commands her horde, her swarm of rats, to clean the meat off of the bones as they're still barreling towards you. So that is it for.
Can we put a radius up on the map to
that.
show where that is?
Yeah, sure. It's 20 foot. I should have did that. I was going to, but I was kind of lazy. Sorry about that. All right. So here is the 20 foot. Oh, I've got it on you, so I will go ahead and make it 20 foot. Okay. That's basically it right there. So I'm guessing that with Pathfinder it would be. I guess it would probably be moved. I guess it would be here to make the grid and everything more accurate. So I guess that's not.
Is it a circle or a square?
No, it's a square. It's a square blast. It says. But yeah.
Nice.
There we go. That's where we'll put it. All right. So next is the boy. Now the large swarm. Basically, the large swarm is it engulfs poor Splug, and yeah, Splug could be in trouble here. So as these rats are just jumping all over him. So this is one of its actions, and I am going to go ahead and make a reflex save. So let's see. All right, I'll have to open up my character sheet on Splug and do the reflex save. All right. Oops, here we go. Reflex save, DC of 17, successful. So that's a good thing for Splug. Let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll take 1d6 piercing damage. So let's see here.
That's with a success. You still take damage.
Yes, correct. Yep. Oh.
Worms.
Yeah. All right, so I take 6 piercing damage, which is the max. So, but you can just see that he is just covered with rats. I mean, they're basically just jumping and falling off of him, and they're all snipping and biting at him, and you can see he's just flailing around. Okay, so that is let's see. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do another attack as well because I get a third. So I will get I guess I would probably get, it's attack, so it's automatic damage for a swarm. So I'm guessing that, and I'll have to look this up later. I don't think I'll have to do another reflex save, but I will take another d6 damage. So that would not be good. Well, in fact, yes, I will have to take another saving throw. So I saved my saving. I'm sorry, I failed my saving throw.
So, Dave, let me ask. This is maybe a mechanical
Sure.
question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out how this works in general within Pathfinder. So normally when you do multiple attacks, you're at -5 on your second,
For melee
and
attacks.
then -10 on the other one. Is there anything that scales back on like saving throws for
Not-
spells if you do
not that
multiple
I've seen.
spells, or
I'll have to
Yeah.
check, but no. I mean, because there's no attack roll involved with a swarm, because of
Yeah.
the special mechanics they have. So he will take the d6, but there's also another variable involved with the bite attack, and he failed his saving throw. So yeah, something could possibly happen. Well, something will happen now because of the failed saving throw. So I will have to give myself some more damage. Which is good. It's only 1 more damage, so I'm up to 7 wounds. But yeah, there's nothing that I've read with the multi-attack penalty that, yeah. Unless, let me check the actual
I'll do
attack
some-
itself.
I'll look it up and on the side
It's
so we can keep playing.
yeah, it's a 1 action point attack. So
Wow.
it doesn't take 2. So if it would have been 2, I couldn't have done it again. So in fact, these rats could literally attack 3 times a round, and they're AoE. So the way swarms work is if the swarm was here, and I'll kind of just, speaking hypothetically here, if the swarm was there, all 3 of you would take basically 3d6 damage because I'm going to do that as those rats just are swarming all over you. But yeah, I don't see anything, and if you want to look it up, that would be great. But I don't see anything with a multi-attack penalty versus like
On a quick glance, it looks like that's correct. So yeah, swarms are just nasty.
Yeah, they are. So okay, so that's it for the swarm. And Omi, you're up now.
All right, Omi's going to pull out a pair of spoons and say, "We've got this, guys." Start tapping his spoons and playing a little song. And I'm going to inspire courage on all of my allies.
So
And I'm going to make
playing
this
again.
a lingering composition.
Ooh, it's so good to be playing again. I'm seriously so awesome. All right, so your inspiring courage is a save of a bonus +1, and everyone has that.
Okay, and that
So
takes.
that's for the end of next round, right?
I'm making it a lingering composition, so that will last for 3 rounds,
Oh, I like it.
which is one of my Maestro Bard features.
Awesome. Yeah, and I love how the icons also build up on your character as well. Well, your token on the map. So, all right. So, why don't you go ahead as the vines and stuff are tangling around your feet? If you decide to take any movements, you will need to make a saving throw.
I think I'm here. One of my spoons is going to lift off of my bandolier, and it's just going to start spinning really fast by itself in the air, and start spinning quickly over towards the swarm and trying to cut a hole through the swarm. And I'm casting telekinetic projectile.
Okay. And what exactly will that do?
It's just a damage spell.
Okay. Damage on the actual vines themselves, or
Oh, on the swarm.
on
Sorry.
the swarm? Okay. All right. Sorry, I thought you said that you were attacking that. I'm like,
Are you chucking spoons at it telekinetically?
he chucks
Sweet.
spoons at everything.
Oh my gosh,
It's
that's
like
so
a
hilarious.
high-speed spinning spoon that just drives towards the swarm to try to cut through these rats.
A high speed. Yeah, you've been chucking spoons for years now. All right, so the attack is, let's see, the attack is a 16, and let's go ahead and drop that attack on the swarm.
Oh, I thought I did.
That's a hit. Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is a attack at large swarm. My bad. So, yes, it is a hit. So let's go ahead and do whatever you need to do for the swarm.
Okay. There's some damage to the swarm.
All right.
And that cost me 2 actions, so that's my turn.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, the swarm. A lot of the rats, as the spoons, just these telekinetic projectiles that all of a sudden these rats just start hitting the ground, basically dead. All right, so Emu,
so I'm planning on moving. So do I need to make an entangle check first? Acrobatics or something?
Yes, with entangle, you will need to do a reflex save. So I can do it for you, or
I got it.
if you want to do it. Doug's like, no, I got it.
I'll do it. I got
Ooh,
it.
very nice. So in Pathfinder, it's opposite, and the higher you roll, the worse it is. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, wow, a 29. I love big numbers. That's so cool. So yeah, 29 is successful. So you
right.
are on a success.
And can you move straight? Does it cost movement to move through like Omi, or do I have to go around him?
I would say no, because you can go through, now if it was an NPC, if it was like an enemy, then yeah,
20,
you would have
25.
to do the extra. So because of the whole skedaddling and stuff. So
all right, so I'll pop over. Maybe Omi gives me a boost or whatever. I'll do a little leap off of his shoulder, spin around, outside of the vines, and then run forward. I'm coming, and I pull out, start poking at the swarm here. So I'll try and jab at it with the rapier, which may or may not do anything, but sure. I'll find out. All right.
All right. So that's a hit with your rapier. Ooh. So
only 1 point.
Partially took some partial damage on that. You're like, wow. I really had a good swing on those rats, on that rat swarm, and only a couple went flying. So obviously, with all of the, you basically whiffed a lot of air, but you still hit a couple rats. So it did take partial damage.
Then nice. I'm gonna say, all right, it's all yours. So there on my third action.
You're so lucky because the rat swarm does not have attack of opportunity, and that's a great thing with Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Right as I get past the side of it, I also break wind the whole time. I just kind of crop dust them as I go. like gas attack, and then I run off.
Goodbye to Pathfinder 1st Edition attacks of opportunity as well. Oh, very good. All right, so we're up to round 2 now. So Kang, you're up. Kang the Battle Priest.
Okay, so I'll be trying to move, so that's a reflex save.
Yes. Yep, 17. Ooh, nice die. Ooh, so you have failed. It's not a critical fail. A critical fail would have been a 7. So you are still entangled, and that would be one of your actions. I believe it consumes an action on a fail. So yeah, and you're also, well, actually, since you failed, you can still move, but it's going to be at a minus 10-foot penalty. So if you have a 25-foot movement, you'll only be able to move 15 because of all of the vines and other roots that are basically tangling you up.
That's not too bad.
Okay.
I assume if you critically fail, you probably get just stuck.
Yes, you would be immobilized for a round, and then you would be able to try again next round with a reflex save. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and move, that would only cost you 1 movement. The reflex save doesn't cost you anything. So what would you like to do, sir?
Yeah, I will move. So 5, 10. Well, 15. Can I go there?
Sure. Yeah, you can. Yep, you can do that any way you want to.
So that's 2 actions.
No, that's only one. You only moved, right? You didn't cast anything. So that was only one
Oh,
action. Yeah, my bad.
okay. All right. So then I will do a divine lance at the large swarm.
Okay. Is that saving throw or attack based? Attack roll?
Yeah,
All
it's an
right.
attack roll.
Okay, so that is an attack, and that is a hit with a 14 versus AC.
I do not have a damage effect on here, so let me see what it is. 1d4 plus spell casting ability modifier.
All right, and that would be wisdom for you, right? I think so.
Yep. So plus 3, 1d4 plus 3.
All right, let's do it. Ooh, so wow. So your divine lance smashes down from the heavens, and just all these rats are just shattered, and they go flying everywhere, and the swarm is dissipated. So Splug is just standing there, still swinging a sword, grunting and moaning and stuff. But the swarm is now dead. So congratulations.
Nice.
All
Go
right,
get them, boys.
that was your 3. So let's go to Splug. Splug kind of just shakes it off, and Splug does a charge towards Nemia. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. And I believe I have something with charge as a feature, I believe. All right, so I am going to do, yes, I'm going to spend an action for sudden charge, which is part of my movement as well. And with a quick sprint, I dash up to my foe and swing, and I stride twice. At the end of my movement, I can make a single strike against the enemy, and then I can go ahead. Let's see. Hold on. Let me reread this again. Swing, stride twice.